Hi, everybody. Welcome to my new show, Hogatha'S Hot Seat. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Drinkwine. Drinkwine is a seasoned political strategist with over a decade-long track record of driving impactful and successful campaigns. Most recently, he finished up with the current Florida Attorney General, Ashley Moody's successful reelection bid, overseeing organizing efforts across multiple counties in Florida, leading to a victory margin larger than anyone else in Florida on the ballot has ever seen in 2022. Prior to this, Blaze played a pivotal role as deputy state director in deputy state director in 2020 and strategic initiatives director in 2022 for the Republican Party of Florida, spearheading voter engagement and activation initiatives throughout the entire state of Florida. With a unique background in political science and mass communications, Blaze is a dedicated member of the political community, contributing to a variety of organizations and by serving in various capacities within the Republican Party over the years. I am very excited to meet this man and to speak to him, and I'm very excited for you guys to meet him as well. I will be asking him some questions, and we'll have a bit of a conversation, and I will then open the floor up to questions from you guys. I mean, of course, I will sift through them. I won't ask him inappropriate questions because I want to be respectful to our guest. Okay. Well, without further ado, here's Blaze Drinkwine. Hi, Blaze.
Hi, thank you, Hogatha, for having me on.
How are you?
Good. I'm glad we could figure out the time to sit down and chat.
Yes, it's a pleasure to see you. You know, when I first saw you online, it was probably a couple years ago, and I'd been following you and watching you, and you seem like a very interesting young man.
Well, I think I try to stay interesting. I think it just comes naturally to somebody like me.
You know what? You know what? I believe you. And you know what? Are you a Generation Z or a millennial?
I am a millennial. I'm right on the tail end.
Okay, well that's awesome. So, you know what, Blaze, let's start with a couple questions, okay? And
Okay.
these might be just like, simple things, but you know what, it really gets me and the audience to know you and to understand you a little bit better. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Blaze, what's your favorite food?
I would say right now pasta. I make it a lot.
Pasta. So would you say you like Italian food?
Um, right now, yeah.
Yeah. Why not soul food?
I don't know. I went through a soul food kick a couple months ago, so it just depends on the month.
Okay, hog keeps freezing and blurry. Wait, am I? Oh, Hoggy. Oh, blurry, but not Blaze. That's odd. I wonder what's causing that.
Hmm.
Okay, well, anybody, bear with us. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's a first. We're just trying it out. We can.
Yeah, you guys, it can't be perfect the first time, okay? I really apologize. Hoggy is all dolled up. Thank you so much. Blaze, can I ask you, what would be your favorite vacation destination?
Ooh, I right now probably Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is very exciting. What do you like to do in Vegas, Blaze?
There's lots of good places to eat there. Lots of fun places to see. I like being out in the desert. Kind of a good change of pace from being in Florida.
That's very interesting. Blaze, I'm gonna throw a couple names at you, okay? And let's see. I'd like to see what your comments are on these people, okay?
All right.
And you know what? You may or may not know these people, but I think these are people you may have seen in the news. In politics, you're frozen when your heart's not open. Okay, that's a line, you know what, from a Madonna song.
Mm,
Frozen.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to give you just throw a couple names out there, okay? And
All
let's
right.
see how you feel. Oh, hold on a minute, honey.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Blaze, I want to thank you in advance for being patient with me and working out through the bugs and everything. I'm really sorry that you're my first guest, and you know what? We're just trying it out. But I thank you for being so kind to me and coming on my show.
It's okay. There has to be a first time for everything, right?
Yes. Now, Blaze, can you tell me, just maybe a sentence? I don't want to put too much pressure on you. What do you think about Rick Grinnell?
He's a patriot. I think he has done a lot more for the country than people realize. He was the first openly gay appointee on the president's cabinet under Donald Trump. So while Biden tries to take credit for things like that, it's really Trump who did it first. So yeah, I think he's a good person. He's a good guy.
Okay. You know what? I hope I meet him one day.
Yeah.
Um,
Possibly.
what about Candace Owens?
She is, just a media personality. Think she is just another, kind of talking head at this point to some degree, you know.
Oh, okay. Brandon Strzok from Walkaway.
That picture looks like it's a 2001 Christian album, a little bit. Brandon, though, I think is a bit of a grifter and a sellout.
Oh, wow, Blaze. Guns blazing. Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
I'm not saying anything that anybody else doesn't already say either. So on a lot of them.
It's fair enough, Blaze. Um, Rob Smith.
I know Rob. He's a good guy. It's kind of I don't know what he's doing these days. So we'll see if she comes back.
You know what, Blaze? I am really sorry. Now you said I didn't ask your pronouns. Did you want to share your pronouns with the audience?
Was anybody asking, or were you asking?
You know what? You know what? I guess at this point it's to make me comfortable, not you, because I want to make sure that I don't get in trouble.
Right. We don't want to get you demonetized here.
Well, I don't want to offend you.
Yeah.
Good-
That'd be hard to do, but we'll for today it'll be he him.
He, him. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
You know what? What about Roger Stone?
Roger Stone is great. I can see why people might not like him, but I am not of one of those types of people. I think he's great. I think he's hilarious. I think he's funny. And
He is a character, isn't he?
he is. Yes.
Yeah. He looks funny. Like, is he funny?
Yes, he's very funny.
So you know him?
Yes. No, me and Roger know each other.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I just pulled him up.
We got to sing Madonna Vogue in the car at one point together. So
is he a good voguer? Does he vogue?
He knows every single word. So
Is he a homosexual?
No, Roger definitely not. No.
Okay. How about Lady Maga?
I love the glamour shot. It's very 2001. I don't know how that continues on after, Trump is not president, again. I don't know. The music is fine, I guess, because she's like an artist, right?
Right.
So
she does have a couple pop songs out there, doesn't she?
Yeah. So I'm all for being a creative in the industry and doing that. I talk a lot about grifters on my Twitter Spaces. I wouldn't classify her as a grifter per se. Just kind of based on all the stuff I see. But I also personally don't know her. So
you don't know her.
no.
Okay. Yeah. What about Jamie Mitchell from Gays Against Groomers?
Are they still a thing? I wasn't sure if they still were Gays Against Groomers. I had seen some rough things on the Twitter. I don't know. I would like to think everybody's genuine in what they're doing, but I really don't see any genuineness going on there based on what I've seen from people who have left the organization, who have been in the organization. I've been in a number of organizations, so there's enough red flags there that I would stay clear if they're still out there doing things, especially if they're still out there doing things. I guess I would stay kind of away.
Now this kind of goes backwards a little bit, but someone wants to know, do you think Madonna is satanic?
I think, yeah, probably. I mean, I think a lot of the music industry now is just kind of open about their lack of Christianity or being pro Satan, I guess, basically is the best way to say it now. Because they pretty much are. So I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. Maybe it's just for spectacle, but I still think in a way it's kind of selling out.
And Blaze, and the final one, I know you're probably waiting to the end of this list, like who's going to pop up next? Donald Trump. That's easy for you, isn't it? I could tell by your shirt.
What's great is you picked my absolute favorite picture of him. I have a picture of this actually that I hung in my office when I was on the campaign. That's a great picture. He's great. I mean, he'll be the next Grover Cleveland of our country, I think.
I want to thank you so much for going through that list with me. I know it's probably difficult at times, but Blaze, I want you to know that this is a safe space for everybody, and I want to make you comfortable.
Of course.
Okay. Now, did I make you feel uncomfortable at all? Because I will apologize for that.
No, you're absolutely fine. I would say if you were.
You would tell me, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Okay. Now I had some more questions in here. Let's see. There's a couple, some questions didn't make it in here that I thought I was going to ask. Let me see. Blaze, what would be a perfect evening for you?
Making homemade pasta with a fresh, pesto sauce and, a nice bowl.
Is it true that you used to be a woman?
No, that is not true.
Somebody just sent me a message asking, and they said that they knew you and that you used to be a woman.
Well, that would be fake news.
If you got pregnant, would you abort the baby or would you adopt it out if you didn't want it?
I don't have to, fortunately, worry about that. So
that's true. That is true, isn't it?
That's one of the perks of being a gay man.
You said what? I'm sorry, what man? I missed it.
I said that's one of the perks of being a gay man.
Really, you're a homosexual? I didn't even. You did. You know what? You come off very straight to me, Blaze.
Thank you.
Oh, you're complimented by that.
Well, I mean, did you mean it as a compliment or an insult?
Blaze, I gotta say, I just got another message from somebody on here, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. Apparently, do you remember a girl named Tamika Jackson?
Rings a bell.
Elementary school. She contacted the show and said that you pulled her hair. Is that true?
I've actually never pulled anybody's hair, especially back in grade school or any time before then. I got in trouble for a lot of things, but that wasn't one of them.
Blaze, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
I don't know. I haven't done karaoke in a long time, so I haven't warmed up the vocal cords in a while.
No,
but I know that's one of your big things that you love. Probably a Bonnie Tyler song, maybe.
A Bonnie Tyler song?
Yeah.
Oh, like Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah. I could do that.
You know what? I remember that song.
Or what's the other one that there is? Your music's such a great, tool to bring people together, I think.
Wait, Blaze, I'm looking. You know what? I had some questions I was going to ask you,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I do have.
making love out of nothing at all. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh my God! Making love out of nothing at all. Oh, isn't that Air Supply?
I think so. Yeah, it's like an 8-minute ballad song.
You know what? That is a beautiful song. Is that something you would sing to your are you married or have a partner?
Yes, I'm engaged. I have a partner.
Is that a song that Blaze, I think it would be so beautiful if you gazed into his eyes and didn't break stare at all and sang that song.
The entire 8 minutes of it.
Yes.
We will consider that. We'll put that under consideration.
Okay, Blaze, I have a couple questions for you. They're probably more like what you'll probably want to answer. I know we've been having fun. It's been a nice warm up, hasn't it? But Blaze, what has been your most memorable moment while working in politics?
Okay, most memorable. Um, During 2016 on election night, they had we were all typically, you're in offices or at an election night party, and then they had sent us home because they had called. Florida has 2 time zones in it, so they had called our time zone already, and then they're about to call the Panhandle time zone is what we would call it, and we were told we need to go to the election supervisor of elections office because Hillary Clinton was going to contest the election. This was 2016. Okay. And so we were all like heading to, like, we were in Tampa area and we were headed out towards rural counties, kind of wherever we were assigned to. And so then we ended up getting called off after the Panhandle came in because she decided not to contest the election, which is ironic, hindsight 2020, I think now. But I remember sitting at home and just watching the election results come in and seeing the side by side of the election night parties, and I just kind of it was just a surreal moment in history, I think, and in time that was just kind of crazy to be a part of, I think.
Well, I bet the energy was so much energy and excitement.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things that you just kind of, a lot of hard months of hard work pay off.
Blaze, somebody in the audience is asking, are you an Afghani refugee?
I am not, no.
Okay. Who has been your favorite person
that I've met, or like what?
I would say professionally.
Okay, because I was going to say my mother, of course.
Who?
My mother, of course.
Right. Well, yeah. My God, my goodness.
Yeah, but in politics, I would say I've met most of the Trumps.
Oh. And they knew you were gay? Or did you discuss
sex? I don't know. Like, that's not something that a lot of them even care about, kind of thing either. So,
okay.
I don't think that would be on their radar.
Did you ever feel unsafe around them?
No, never. But most interesting or cool person I met, probably Roger Stone. We kind of touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
Just really, really interesting guy with just, years and years of knowledge. That's just fascinating to just hear and learn from.
Can I ask yourself, you're such a young man, and you know what, Blaze, you really have you really have you haven't even lived half your life. Are you aware of that?
Well, I hope not.
Yes. I mean, statistically, you're going to live to be 70 something, whatever. But you know what? Hopefully it's longer than that, but you have not lived your whole life yet. You're just, you know what? You're just a budding young man, aren't you? Look at you.
Well, today I am, yes. We'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Your parents must be proud of you.
Yes. Yeah. I just got back. They live in Missouri. They do homesteading stuff. So I was out there visiting, helping them with things. So that was fun.
Blaze, professionally, what would you like to see yourself in 10 years?
Probably continuing to consult campaigns that I see have a need for me, and then, on the other end of it, kind of doing more like home living lifestyle stuff would be fun. Be kind of like Martha Stewart-esque kind of thing. Would be always kind of, I don't know, cool thing to do, and pretty relatively easy if you have a good product.
What about a president drink wine? What about that?
I mean, I just dubbed myself the president of the President's Association from our local high school that I graduated from. So we'll start there.
Blaze, can I ask you something? And this might not, you know, this might bring your happiness level a little down. You're really excited and happy right now. I want to know, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Um, I would say when I managed a number of staff, probably around 50 or 60 staff. My job was basically to keep the ball from hitting the ground, kind of thing. And one time it did was I was driving a surrogate down to an event, and then I was told that the next day I was supposed to pick up another surrogate, which in my mind I thought was weird because that same surrogate was supposed to be at this event that I was going to that day. So I should have like double checked on that. But it ended up being Sarah Sanders getting left at the airport in Florida. So I had to send a staffer to run and get her as she was waiting on the side on the curb. She's now the current governor of Arkansas.
This is Sarah Sanders.
Yes, she was
Oh,
not.
she is she so down to earth? I'm sure she's a very understanding woman.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, she was totally fine with it. It wasn't like she wasn't upset or anything like that. I felt terrible, kind of thing.
I would too.
Embarrassing moments, kind of thing. Yeah, but it's a story you won't forget.
Blaze, I mean, heaven forbid this became your reality, but what would be your last meal on death row?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever thought about that. Um, I would say a Slim Chickens buffalo mac and cheese bowl.
Slim, is that a fast food restaurant near
It
you?
is. It's a fast food restaurant that started in Northwest Arkansas. They've expanded nationwide now. So,
Um, D Nice, in the audience would like to know, are you familiar with Hand Angel?
I am not.
Okay. I'm not either. And they did not say what it was.
I feel like that might be an Urban Dictionary kind of thing.
Who do you want to be president and vice president in the next election cycle?
Who do I want, or who do I think will be the next president?
Pardon me?
I said, who do I want, or who do I think will be it?
You know what? I think that was really the next question. Who do you want, and who do you think will be the next one?
I think if there is a free and fair election, we will see President Trump be reelected. If you look back on history, it's Grover Cleveland, who I mentioned earlier, was the 22nd, 24th president of the United States. He lost reelection, and then he ran again. Kind of, if you look back then, I'll save it up to your people to go Google and look up. Kind of similar things going on. So I could see him winning, but if it's another election like 2020 where it's kind of just shady and we don't know what's going on, kind of we see things, COVID stuff being ramped up again. I could see. I don't think it'll be Joe Biden. I think it'll be a Michelle Obama, Gavin Newsom ticket. I really do. A lot of people say that that's crazy, but you start hearing more and more of it now, and I've been saying that for well over a year now. So yeah.
So Blaze, what would you say is your worst habit?
I would maybe I probably procrastinate a little bit on things, but I think again, who doesn't? But yeah, that's probably my worst thing. Unless there's a hard deadline, I'm kind of I'm
I
working.
mean, wouldn't it be great if someone's worst habit was, they're a great lover and they just want to make love all the time, you know?
Yeah, I mean that would maybe work out for somebody like I don't know, Ted Bundy or something.
Who?
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a mass murderer, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he might make that claim as well that you've said. So.
I have a super chat question for you.
Oh.
Hoggy always brings great content. Question for Blaze. Did he follow Milo Yiannopoulos on social media?
Oh yes. I don't know where Milo is these days. The last time I think a lot of us heard about Milo was during the Kanye West stuff. And I mean, again, Milo has never changed from being a provocateur, no matter who his target is. I think he's just like a woman scorned at this rate. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Milo is doing now. I did know her though.
Yeah, he kind of just disappeared. Or, I think he's pretty active on Rumble, isn't he?
I have no idea. I'm not on
Are,
there.
you're not on Rumble? Are you on Truth Social?
I have an account on there, and I basically only get news notifications from there. Um, I don't have any news notifications or anything on my phone or things like that.
Do you have any siblings, Blaze? Somebody wants to know.
I do. I have a sister.
Do you and do you are you on good terms with your sister?
Yeah, she's in California, so I mean we're on different coasts. So we talk once every 6 months to a year.
Oh, where are you from? Well, Florida. That's right. Your bio states that you're in Florida.
Yeah, I live in Florida, but I've kind of lived all around. I grew up in Arkansas.
You grew up in Arkansas. You know what, Blaze? This might put a smile on your face. They say you're a gorgeous man.
Oh, thank you. The XXYDSD seems like a very somebody I would like to meet in a dark alley.
Um, do you know who Owen Schroyer is?
I do not.
I have no idea who that is.
Hmm.
Okay, somebody again asked, "Do you know Milo?" I don't know if why do they. I wonder why they're comparing you to Milo.
Maybe the shirt. I don't know.
Um, somebody said my resolution is down. Oh, okay? Here we go. Would Blaze date a trans man? Can a trans man be gay?
I am on the stance of I think the trans community is its own community. I think it's different from being gay or being bi or being heterosexual. I think it's a completely different subject matter. But in the regards of dating a trans person, I don't need to think about that because I'm engaged with someone. So, in an alternate universe, who knows? I think there's a lot of fish in the sea. So statistically, I wouldn't consider it unless I had to cross that bridge. I'm kind of one of those people.
Okay, so you're a gay man. So, um, okay, let's move on. Hey, Hoggy, who's this lucky man? Oh, well, I've explained it to you. Mark, is this Blaze? Oh, I have no idea what that means. Um, let me see. What else do we have? Smash or pass? Are you asking me, Lisa? Would I smash or pass? Well, I'm gonna pass. I'm a lesbian. And Blaze is, definitely the wrong color. Just, I have my preferences. Blaze, so you want to talk to us about the man or the man that you're with? I mean, you don't have to give names or nothing. So how long have you been together?
6 years this week, actually.
Oh, well, you know what, Blaze? Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know he'll appreciate that. He's a big fan.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Blaze froze, you guys. Oh, hi, Pink Flamingo. What are you doing on this late at night? Well, Belinda, you know what? I have a new show. That's what it is. Blaze is a good dude. Ross wants you to know that you're a good dude, Blaze.
Thank you, Ross.
Okay. What's whoop whoop? Congratulations, Blaze. Ross wants to know that he's congratulating you, Blaze.
Oh, thank you. Can
You
you still
guys,
hear me even though I'm frozen?
you're frozen, and you know what, Blaze? If they could hear, everybody could. You're both frozen for me.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's just a podcast basically now at this point.
Okay. Well, Hoggy After Dark. Hoggy, you're frozen. I know you guys. You know what? I got to work on my internet signal. Okay, you guys. Well, you know what? We've gone 31 minutes. Oh, I'm good now. Okay. Well, Blaze, do you want to let the audience know where to go to find out more about you? There's lots of people who find you absolutely delicious in here watching you right now. And not to make, your future husband jealous or insecure or anything.
No, I don't think we need to worry about that. You can find me on Twitter at Blaze Drinkwine, and then on Instagram at bdrinkwine. And well, you can hear all my stuff there. We talk a lot about politics and things like that on my Twitter spaces that I have. So maybe we'll have you on one of these days.
You would have me on.
Yeah, of course. I think a large part of the conversation is being able to have a conversation. I think the far left and far right have told us that we can't have a conversation when I think clearly you can.
Now, Blaze, and Blaze and anybody else watching, I want everybody to know I can have a conversation with people and not even inject my own personal opinions. And I mean, isn't that what a good journalist does? It doesn't matter. You know what, Blaze? It's not about me. It's about you. And it's about the guests. And I just want to create a platform so anybody can come on here. I don't have to agree with anything you say, and I'll still have you on because you know what? There are people who want to know things. And you know what? Darn it, they're going to hear it from me.
Well, I think you should be applauded for that because I don't think there's a lot of journalists doing that these days. So who knows? You might just be the next Barbara Walters of our era.
I think so. Well, Blaze, I want to thank you so much for coming on my first episode of Hogatha'S Hot Seat. I know it was a little bumpy. It's a little rough, you know what? But we're going to get through this together. We are. And you know what? I'm going to work on my internet signal and everything. And you know what? We're going to make this a darn good show for everybody and a safe space for everybody. Anybody could be safe here because I just want people to be people and I want other people to see them be the people they are.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me on, Hogarth. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
You know what? Thank you, Blaze, and you have a wonderful night. And you know what? When you get off here, you go make love to that man of yours.
Thank you so much. I will.
You're a doll. Thank you. Hey, guys, wasn't he a wonderful man? Just a lovely young man. They don't make them like that anymore, do they? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on my new show, Hogatha'S Hot Seat. And next week, I'm going to try to get a new guest for you, and we'll see how this goes. All right. Good night.